Starting. We are live. All right, what is up, YouTubers? Judge Joe here. As you can see, I have an assortment of people below my chin, just there. If you guys don't know, we are doing a new Ranger Rant live stream, talkity talk thing. I forgot what we really call it, but you guys should know it. But we're here with the family now. Last time it was just Chris and I. We expanded it to the rest of the guys. Israel could not join us; he was busy. But before I get into things, I'm going to have each one of them introduce themselves. So go ahead, guys, introduce yourselves.
I'm for Sleeping Reverie here. Everyone knows who I am. Just saying what's up. We're here with the fam. Israel couldn't make it. Israel, we miss you. And Angel is busy punching people in the throat, so he couldn't make it. And we miss him too. So I'll let the other guys introduce themselves.
All right, well, I'm Joey Armstrong. You guys know me. I'm a good editor and a morphing expert.
I am James Sanders, and I am the MMPR White Ranger in the family. And that's about it.
Long walks on the beaches too.
Ladies,
and I use my disability to get things. I mean.
All right. So as you can see in the title description, we are talking about we're going to just quickly get out of the way. We're going to wrap up Super Megaforce, our thoughts on just like the finale of it, and our final thoughts in the season in general, and then we're going to go talk into what we really want to talk about, which is Dino Charge. So I'm going to start off with Super Megaforce. The final episodes, I was super disappointed in. I thought it was like super hyped up for the last 2 years. You know, they brought up like the beginning of Megaforce, like with Troy and his little flashbacks, his little dreams. He's like, oh my God, it's gonna be an epic war coming. Which they didn't even explain that. They never explained why he had those dreams. But then 2 years of hype, and they're like, oh, we're gonna bring in Tom, we're gonna bring in him, and her, and it was this hyped up, and then we only got 3 minutes of a fight. Majority of it was Sentai footage. And I felt robbed. I felt destroyed. I felt like my childhood was almost ruined, but it wasn't. But I just feel like it was just poorly executed. And I don't know if you guys are going to think this. I feel like Super Megaforce may be lower than Operation Overdrive, just in terms of story, and because of they had production was up here, production expenses right here, writing was down here. And I feel like that's what screwed it up. It's just the writing. They could have done good, but I don't know what they were doing. I guess Saban or somebody, they got overhyped 20 years, and we got nothing. Overdrive had a better 15-year reunion than that. It was a two-parter. What are you guys' thoughts before I start ranting on some more?
Honestly, I kind of feel the way you feel. I think the big problem was the fact that I had the name Super Megaforce associated with Gokaiger, of course, the power to turn into any ranger, essentially. That alone is what they used to say this is going to be awesome. So, in my opinion, and it's just my opinion, if it wasn't for that exact power and or theme for the season, it would go down in history as the worst season. I'm not ready to kind of concede to the fact that it's as bad as Operation Overdrive. Although Operation Overdrive, don't get it twisted, I'm not saying it's like horrible, but if you have to choose a hierarchy from all the seasons, Operation Overdrive would be at the bottom for me, or one of the bottom. So it doesn't mean I don't like it, it just means preference-wise it's my least preferred season to watch and like. Doesn't mean I can't find things I like about it. But Super Megaforce is around that realm. And just like you, Jersey Joe, like you said, I don't feel like my child was ruined, but I feel like people were too complacent with the fact, and powers that be were complacent with the fact that that was the power, and that in itself should sell the season when they rested on their laurels, I feel, and creatively and screwed up. And just like you got disappointed, and we'll get into the reasons why, but the only cool thing was the helmets. The helmets kind of like glowing on their head to show what ranger they were, but other than that, it was a big disappointment.
Yeah, same with that, what you guys say, like with the writing and stuff, I think that they did a poor job with it. I think it was more of a marketing kind of thing, in my opinion. Like, I mean, of course, because like I have bought all the Ranger keys, I'll still continue to buy the Ranger keys. I think they put a lot of hype into having every Ranger, but they couldn't really bring it to what it could be and what it should have been, in my opinion.
I wish that they actually was able to stay in that Ranger form for a little bit longer than the time period it gave them.
Right.
Like, they just changed into, like, say, like, SPD, right? They change into that, and then, like, they get hit one time by the monster, and they just, like, automatically lose it, and, like, come on, really? And they didn't show a lot of the good Rangers, I don't think.
And James, to kind of go to your point really quick, and Joe, we'll get back to you in a second, but just really quick, Gosei tried to explain that by saying, oh, like, it takes a lot of power to be in this Ranger form. So it's not going to last forever. It's temporary, but I think that's BS. And for reasons you've seen old hangouts with Jersey Joe and I, but Joe, go ahead and go back on what you were going to say.
No, you got a good point. I think Gosei was just that was a terrible ring right there. He's like the worst mentor, and the worst part is he said he was taught by Zordon. So that was horrible. Like, that pissed me off. Like, where was he in the finale anyway? She's like, "Oh, good luck, Rangers," and he just left. He's like, "I'm sorry, I can't do much. I gave you more first. Hope for the best." Oh my!
I just pictured him just packing his bags and just escaping out of the country and hope the Rangers die.
That's pretty much what he did. That last communication they had with Gosei, it sounded just like that. Like he was like, "Well, good luck."
Really quick, Gosei and Zordon comparison. It's like being mentored by the President of the United States. He's molding you to become president, and you end up like the city council leader of your like little city.
Pretty much.
Like Gosei, like bad.
I was really upset. Like, I mean, I get they said that to homage, to saying, oh yeah, Zordon, hey, we're 20th anniversary, so Zordon, we gotta talk about Zordon, and it's like, are you sure you're trained by Zordon? Were you not hitting your head a couple times there, Gosei? You're just a walking, talking morpher on a wall.
He found a book written by Zordon, and that's how he learned.
Pretty much. That's what he found a book. Oh look, Zordon the Great. Let me read this a couple times. Now I know everything. Okay. Oh,
How they train Rangers for dummies.
And he failed at it. He failed at that book. I mean, and that was the thing. Like every episode, like, oh, you did this. You unlocked the Mystic Force key. I'm like, what did they do to unlock Mystic Force? Did they use a magic wand? What associates what they did to Mystic Force or something like that? Or when they got the SPD runner, like, what associates them to get these powers? Like, oh, you did this. What?
And that's one thing a couple of people who have commented on YouTube have talked about, and I agree. It's almost like these Rangers were spoiled / entitled to a lot of these powers, and they really didn't work for it. So second episode in, you've unlocked a new power just for being alive today. Like, what?
It's pretty much there's like no development. Troy, oh my God, Troy's a robot. I thought Operation Overdrive had a robot for a Red Ranger. Troy took that to a whole new level. He made Gosei Knight look more human. Oh,
These writers didn't study either when they missaid Animarium.
I know, right? What is it, Animaria? I was like, what? No. I was like, I would excuse it if it was like a Disney era, or a Disney era season. But it was Saban's last season. People should know how to say Animaria.
And like, would it not hurt anyone who works on Power Rangers, makeup person, set design, anyone, the guy who gets catering, to watch one episode of Wild Force to realize it's not the name of it? It's on Netflix.
Literally, like in the first probably 5 seconds of watching Power Rangers Wild Force, they say it.
Exactly. And they say it like that, like every episode, Animaria, the story of Animaria. Like, dude, Maria. Oh, you can see them trying. You can see them trying.
What do you think about Robo Knight?
Oh, go around the panel. Joe, start, please.
I think RoboCop had better personality than him. First of all,
I don't know. He can rap.
It's just they made him robotic as hell. Like they literally made a RoboCop out of a Power Ranger in the worst example. Like in Japan, I'm going to reference it because it makes more sense. He was a Zord given a power to transform so he can fight. And this was reversed. Like, oh, you're a robot. You can become a Zord too. Like they didn't. And then they made him. Oh, because he's a Zord, they made him like 100% robotic. Yeah, I've seen other Zords with more personality than Robo Knight. I mean, and they don't even talk. Like they could have had something better. I mean, sure, you want to learn how to be human and how to do protect Earth and understand its human nature. But you don't have to literally be a robot to do that. Like they did the stereotype with him, and I feel like they did have to do that. But then what made me mad, he disappears for all of Super Megaforce. He shows up towards the end. He gets controlled by Venjix or whatever his name was. I said Venjix. Right, that's it. He gets control, which is okay. It makes sense. Actually, he's disappeared this whole time because he got taken over. He's been manipulated and all this time being possessed. Okay, cool. He's still a robot. And then they had that fight between him and Troy, and then Troy had all of a sudden went Super Saiyan for no effing reason. He just said Super Saiyan, punch. Oh, Robo Knight's back. Didn't explain that. Like, where the heck did that random source of power come from? And then he Robo Knight sacrificed himself to save Silver Raid. Awesome. That's great. We'll forever remember him. He's in Silver Raid's like he's gonna be here forever. Last episode he shows up.
And I would love to kind of jump on that because that was when James asked that question. That was gonna be my first gripe, and I'm glad you went into the background on why it was like annoying and all that stuff because that's a great place to build on where I want to start. That's the part that annoyed me the most about the last episode. Hey, friend. Oh, hey, buddy. Like, Troy spent episodes searching for this guy. The first 2 to 3 episodes in Super Megaforce. Where's Robo Knight? I'm gonna find Robo Knight. Guys, leave me alone. I'm going on my own. I'm gonna find Robo Knight. I gotta find him. And he sacrifices himself, and so Troy's like all emotional, as emotional Troy can get, about losing him to help Orion. And then this little screenshot in the Mega War. Good to be back, old friend. Hey, buddy. And they keep fighting. If Troy loved this guy as much as he claims to have loved him, I would have been freaking out. Like, if I love this robot so much and I'm fighting, hey, buddy, oh my God, you're alive. Dude, let's take 2 seconds to figure out how you're next to me because I missed you. Now, like, cool, let's keep fighting. And that annoyed the crap out of me.
The worst part was he's dead. He is literally dead at this point. So not only, the fact that Troy was looking for him, they all knew he was dead. And the fact that he came back like, oh, hey, what's up, buddy?
You know what I don't get? I don't get, like, how Troy was able to just, like, go Super Saiyan, like you said, and get all this power, but yet they couldn't hold on to the power of the Rangers for, like, no longer than 2 seconds.
Exactly. That actually does lead up to your point about the power. How does Troy have this mystical little energy inside of him to make Robo Knight a good guy again, but they can't stay in their super modes, their legendary Ranger forms? I mean, why does that even take energy in the first place? That should just be Gokaiger never had problems. That was just bad writing. I mean, this whole energy thing, and the fact that they again, like Chris, they were spoiled with Super Megaforce. They didn't really need this power. Goes like, oh hey, new morphers. No reason at all. No quests. No, we're dying. Oh, I made this up. He just had them this whole time. Literally from day one, he just had the legendary morphers. He was like, oh, we'll think about giving it to you guys eventually. Maybe not. That was his reasoning. He's like, oh, you know what? Oh yeah, I got these here. Here you guys go. Here's something here. Oh, the Ranger keys right here. Oh yeah, they're part of this morpher. If you guys were wondering why there are these Ranger keys on the wall, there it is for this. I'm sorry, I forgot to tell you guys that in episode 1. I'm trading my Zordon.
I mean, seriously, like, I know when I got my hopes up in Megaforce, and I feel like a fool, because I consider myself somewhat intelligent. I feel like a fool when the morphers turned into bricks, and they weren't working. I was like, okay, they're destroyed, so now we're getting new morphers. Next season, woohoo! The same exact episode they got destroyed, 5 minutes later, they work again. I'm like, what the hell?
That would have been a perfect setup for the morphers. Again, the morphers got bricked, and like, okay, so it goes like, okay, you guys' morphers are broken. I do have a backup plan. Go legendary.
Who thought of that? Like, that's so horrible.
What morpher is your favorite?
Which morpher?
In general, or what do you mean?
Yeah, like, do you like the Gosei morpher or the legendary morpher better?
That's kind of a good question.
Like, in the show wise.
I mean, legendary morpher is technically the morpher of all morphers, if you think about it. Yeah. So technically, it's like up here, but get to morphers. So you can become any Ranger you want and any power. You don't got to do the quest for the Zeo crystal or anything to get Zeo.
Yeah, but it does have its limits, apparently.
Yeah, and Super Megaforce it does.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, see, this is kind of tough because I have a Go Seeger morpher, Go Sager. Sorry, I'm not saying it right.
Hello.
Oh, I didn't see you there.
Oh, what's going on?
You guys have rooms available?
We're no longer a hotel.
Oh.
We're now fully condos.
Oh.
I know we're working on. We're getting a bid right now to get that taken out. There's taking our time, but it happened a couple months ago. We're both hotel / condo, but
This is awesome. Okay, so we take this pause to remind the viewers that this panel video is brought to you by Diet Coke. You can enjoy refreshing Diet Coke. It's very delicious. And Diet Coke, if you're watching, this is totally a spoof. I don't want to be sued, and I'm in law school, so I know the law, kind of. It's totally a spoof, just so you know. And it's just for entertainment purposes. I'm not trying to say that I'm affiliated with Coke brands or who owns this corporation. Coca-Cola Company. I'm not affiliated with the Coca-Cola Company in any way whatsoever. It's mostly a spoof, and I really like Diet Coke, and I'm plugging your product, so enjoy it. Delicious.
yeah, sorry about that. I gotta take care of something real quick.
All right.
And while Jersey Joe makes the rounds, saving the world one security guard at a time, we'd like to take this moment to say that this panel has been brought to you by Fruit Strike Gum. Fruit Strike Gum is very, very delicious. It is some of the best gum on the market. I don't have a picture of it. I chewed it off, and it's on the trash. And also want to take a moment to tell the Wrigley Company I'm not affiliated with Fruit Strike Gum or Wrigley parent company in any form. This is for entertainment purposes only. But when you have time, go check out and get some Fruit Strike Gum at your local grocery chain store, available in various retail outlets. Buy more than one pack. That's my only advice, because the flavor lasts for 5 seconds, but it's the best 5 seconds of your life. Now we'll get back to action pretty soon.
I guess we can take this time to give shout-outs to the fam. You know who you are. We got a couple of us in here. We lost Green Samurai. He had to do important stuff. But we got SPD RED. His season was amazing, except we had a Mega Ranger. We won't talk about that. We have MMPR White. That speaks for itself, I guess. I don't know. If we had MMPR Green in here, we would have a huge debate on our hands. We got In Space Red, most debatably the best ranger in the world. Leo Gold, he was busy tonight. We missed you, buddy. And yeah, am I forgetting anybody?
No, there's various members of the fam, more than just the people we mentioned, and all you guys will get your props in due time. But we're speaking mainly for the people that text and call every day. And this by no means means that it's any different. It just means that we've established a connection, and we love you all. Just know that. So you're in the fam, and you're still pending membership. You're basically in the fam. There's no parameters. We don't exclude people. Just so long as your ranger's not taken, you're in the fam. And like Joey said, it's up to all of you. So even if you don't get your name said, just know you're in our hearts and our minds, and that's what's up.
You know, I feel bad for that last guy. Like, we're going to have every ranger field, and that last guy is going to get Omega Ranger. And it's going to be a bad day.
Yeah. And I feel even worse for him if he had any in Space Ranger.
Yeah.
But he might who all is in the SPD part? I know Brittany Pig is the yellow. SPD yellow.
We also have, yeah, I'm red. We also have SPD blue. And I got a request today from a member who wants to be SPD blue, but I'm going to have to inform him that SPD blue is not.
Isn't your one friend that I was talking about, didn't he have to be Shadow?
Yeah, Chris is Shadow too, so we have Shadow. So we only need green and pink in the whole SPD team.
Nice. All right, two things. One, I forgot to lock my door. That's what I got in here. Looking for a hotel room. I felt bad because I don't know how long you were waiting for me talking. And two, no product placement on me. I don't afford that. I can't afford product placement.
That one's on us, YouTube.
I made a disclaimer. I said it's for entertainment purposes only.
You say that, then I'm going to get attacked by Diet Coke and all that stuff.
I said we are in no way affiliated with any of the companies we mentioned. So
I hope not. Why are you wearing this shirt?
And that is our film.
All right. Anyway, so we're talking about
Morphers.
Morphers.
yeah. I think I was in the middle of a tirade.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I like the Super Megaforce Morpher. I mean, the Megaforce Morpher because of the way it feels in my hand. But the bad thing about it is it's the Japanese toy, which has nothing to do with the American version, really. So that in itself, and the fact that I fanboyed out when they first morphed, because there was a promising season, essentially,
Right.
makes me want to lean towards that. And I almost feel like the Super Megaforce Morpher, or the Go-Kaiju Morpher, whatever you want to call it, gets a presumption of being epic, more so for the accessory than the actual device itself. And it would make more sense if Super Megaforce was pirate themed, because I'd be all on board with that, because Go-Kaiju is I don't want to say it's probably the best series of any Sentai Power Ranger I've ever seen in my life. And it's amazing, and you guys should watch it. So the fact that it gets a presumption based on its power and accessory more than the look of the
Now, again, you say compared to Japanese version is superb, both in the show and product-wise. I mean, the show there was no limits at all. They were just like whatever, boom, we're a Ranger. In America, I don't know why. I mean, the Morpher doesn't bug me too much. I mean, I got it. It doesn't bother me too much the way it looks. I'm only getting it for the keys. I mean, and obviously for my legendary display, but it's not that bad of a Morpher. They could have done more in the American version, but the keys they've done really superb on. The keys, solid. Keep doing it. Just give us more keys. Give us some more pink and yellows. I mean, jeez. Is that all you can ask for Midnight? We had no. I'm mad because we didn't got no RPM black. No RPM black. I don't know if we're ever gonna get that now.
I don't know why they can't just put them all in order, but no, they gotta separate them here and there just so they can make more money.
Right?
Bruh.
Bandai's all about that money making.
It's funny, that's exactly what I was going to say about the Ranger keys with, that's the only reason I would ever pick that, the Morphers, like, I mean, it's good Morpher, but I'm more into it for the keys.
Same here. I mean, if I say the keys are a great go-to for Ranger collector because if you can't grab all the Morphers or all the action figures, the keys have every single Ranger, at least so far. You can almost grab every single Ranger, and X-Ranger is represented in the Ranger keys. So if you're a collector, the keys should be your first priority, and then like Morphers like that because they're kind of cheap right now. And I love the keys; they're great. Like I want to display them one day, but I got them all in my treasure chest, Go-Kaiju themed. But they're great. They're great for collecting. I love the crap out of the keys. That's the only good thing that came out of Super Megaforce.
And really quick, I don't want to jump. Oh, go ahead, James. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I don't want to jump on the Sentai or anything like that because we talked about that and we know about it. Most of us do, I think. But that's the thing. Like Marvelous had to search the universe for great power, and he had to find essentially all those keys in the treasure chest, right? So that is called work and equity, sweat equity, actually. Troy, on the other hand, and all the other Super Megaforce Rangers just showed up, and they just, they're in the glass case, and Gosei's collecting keys too. I don't know, but so that there's no work involved. So I just want to get on that for a second. So James, go ahead. My bad.
Like, key-wise, I actually got lucky, and Chris knows about it. Like, I found most of the keys at a yard sale.
What? Yard sale? That is hilarious. Jeez, I wish I got lucky. Ranger keys in here. That's why every time I see a yard sale sign, I always drive by, and I'm hoping to see Power Ranger stuff. Like, somebody has, like, an old Morpher, they don't know what it is, and it's like, sell for, like, $10. I'm like, oh, I'll take that.
Dude, that's where I got this.
You got that? I still have mine. My original one I grew up with. I still have it.
$2.
Way to just put the paint on.
Painted with a Sharpie, and it looks like crap because I did it when I was like 6.
But if it wasn't for like Chris and Joey, I wouldn't have any of the new Morphers because I don't have a Toys R Us that's close to me to go to. So if it's not like
Luckily, when I moved,
then I can't get them.
I don't have a Kmart at all. So anything Kmart, I do not see. I haven't seen a Kmart in years since I moved to Texas. But luckily my area is decent. Like though I have like 2 Targets, I think 1 or 2 Toys R Us's. Something they don't suck. My Target, the one by me, sucks. They suck at stocking. Though they have everything Dino Charge though. Everything Dino Charge they got. But anything that has Super Megaforce, they took like 3 months after release to get anything Ranger Key related. Like I was waiting months for them to stock up. Once they did, though, I grabbed the crap out of them.
My Walmart, it's horrible. Like they skipped Megaforce, so they went from Samurai straight to Super Megaforce. So I'm surprised they actually got the Dino Charge.
Yeah, I mean, well, it looks like every store, like I knew we go to didn't have Power Rangers, now has all Dino Charge. So I guess they're putting more marketing in Dino Charge, or hoping for the best. Maybe because it's Dinosaur themed, and they think it'll sell more. But everywhere I'm going to now, everybody has Dino Charge. But they need to stock up. I need to grab some stuff. I'm going to grab some Dino Chargers and the Megazords, and I'm going to make like a cool little. I'm going to customize them hardcore.
That's what I want the Megazord. The Megazord looks really cool.
It does. But I guess we're on Dino Charge. I'm sorry. I guess we're going to transition to Dino Charge now. Since we're done with Megaforce, I think we said our gripes. So we're talking about Dino Charge now. I guess we're talking about the toys. So I guess we'll start there.
Yeah. My only thing is really quick. Did we go a lot into the finale? Because I guess the last question I was going to suggest would be one thing we hated about the finale, and then one thing we would have changed about it. I don't know how you feel about that.
We can do that. We can do that.
Charge. So you want to go ahead, Joe?
Okay. My biggest gripe was that again they hyped it up for 2 years and they made a big deal. And then towards when we're getting near the finale, they made a big thing. Oh, we got Tommy. We got the Green Ranger. It's going to be epic, guys. Stay tuned. And everybody's like, yeah, oh, it's going to be awesome. And we got 3 minutes of a fight and zero Green Ranger scenes. Zero. The only thing you saw Tommy was helmet on, helmet off. And then golden beam of light into the space for no reason. Like that's my hugest gripe. We got 3 minutes. Oh, 3. I'm sorry, I can't even. It was 3 minutes, and all of it was Sentai footage. It never focused on any of the 10 Rangers that they brought, and anything that was original was all Megaforce costume. They didn't even do Super Megaforce suits. They used Megaforce suits. And then it was shortly lived. It was 3 minutes. Half of it wasn't original, and it was done. And then they're like, oh, that's it. I guess that's. And then Troy's like, sword in the ground, walk away. Even though it was a Super Megaforce saber, even though he never went Super Megaforce in the fight. And then, yeah, the only thing I liked was my biggest thing I liked, which I know Joey's gonna like this, was when Troy and Orion was getting off the ship. They went in space and actually had the Galaxy Gliders, and I was like, that's awesome. They had Galaxy Gliders. I was like, that's so awesome. And they walk down, they're all like Bamfalicious walking, slow mo, and they're in space. I'm like, that's cool. That's awesome. What's more of that, please? Oh, it's last episode.
That was actually one of my favorite scenes. And I liked when they actually showed all the Rangers coming in. They just didn't show every season. They just showed, like the main seasons that people mostly remember, I guess.
Right. They could have done that real quick. Well, it took like a couple seconds to go boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, that was kind of where I was going to jump on. I'm glad you said that, James, because like for all its flaws and all the things we didn't like about it, as a fan person, a hardcore fan or fanboy, and all of us, I would have really felt okay if when the team is unmorphed and they're looking around the cliffs and they're looking up, I would have really been happy. They're like, look, it's Mighty Morphin. And I would have been happy if they went like in order. Look, it's Mighty Morphin. Oh, look, Alien Rangers. Oh, look, Zeo. Like that would have just really, really made my day. And like Joe said, that would have took like 2 seconds times 20. I mean, was that 2 minutes? I'm not good at math, but that's not a lot of time. Like that's 2 minutes if that. Just to go down to history, you're paying homage to the legacy, to the power. Just do that, and that would have been awesome. And for the things I didn't like, everything everyone's already said. Too short. No Super Megaforce action. It's all Megaforce. All the footage was from Troy's vision, so we saw all the footage. Nothing new, really, except for, hey, buddy, I'm back. But we saw the scenes where Robo and I was in it. So for all the reasons, all of the above, same here. But if they would have fixed that one thing, I would have been happy.
Yeah, like the only thing I would like if I would change anything throughout like the season, I would take like what they did with like the in space, not just because there's in space, because you know how I feel about that, but if they would have done stuff like that through the whole season, and just like had little, because it's supposed to be like representing like a history of in the making. I feel like if they would have done like maybe with SPD, maybe they just like you see like a SPD cop car going down the street, or you see like Lost Galaxy, maybe like you see like a planet in the far out distance that's like shaped like I can't remember right now, but the planet where they get the quasar sabers or anything like that. I feel like they could have done, and it wouldn't have been costly to do, and it would have just made the show just a lot more.
They should have had us write the freaking episodes because the ideas again, the little cameos they could have done. They did like what, 1 or 2 little cameos for Samurai and another one. I forgot what the other one was, but they had like Jungle Fury. That's right. That was a good episode. That was a good episode.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was like probably one of my favorite episodes from the whole season. And Jason Smith did a good job. Just want to say real quick, that was a cool like story to tell when Jake was training. Like that was a great episode.
That was a great episode. I mean, and it was also written by Jaden Smith, so he wrote it, he acted in it. Though I don't like him being the mysterious. He just disappeared. That was a little too much for his character. I don't think Casey was that bamf. I mean, he was awesome at the end, but I don't think he was like the mystic Mr. Miyagi and then disappear. But it was still a fantastic episode. They did everything perfect for Jungle Fury. And I just wish that he morphed. That's the thing, too. He should have morphed.
That's one season I have not watched yet. Well, one of the few seasons I have not watched.
It's a great season.
I recommend it, brother. It's amazing.
I mean, Joey could tell you. I mean, Joey got in a tattoo. That's how good of a season it was.
Yeah, he's
like my second favorite.
I mean, it's definitely one. It's in my. I probably would say top 5. Top 5.
Yeah, it's in my top 5, and it has one of the best villains.
Oh yeah.
So good. Why
You got
Saban? You could have done that. Watch Jungle Fury. Would have got some ideas.
Just have Smith just like have him direct the rest of that season.
Right? There you go. I mean, though the new writer for Dino Charge is doing a good job. Like I'm pretty sure he saw the feedback and goes, okay, the last guy screwed up. I will not. I do not want to be that guy right now. So
Actually, he's perfect transition.
What was that?
I think he was a writer on Time Force. I think I heard that.
I think I did read up that he was a previous writer. I do remember. I don't remember what season, but he was a previous writer.
And Joe, that's the perfect transition. So, what did you want to say about Dino Charge, buddy?
Oh, what can I not say about it? First of all, I mean, the first episode, it was cheesy, but that's what Power Rangers is. So I'm okay with cheesy because that's what Power Rangers is. I'm okay with cheesiness. But the characters, you already can understand them. I mean, Shelby, you learn who she was immediately. You learned I forgot some of the names already. That's how bad I am already. But the Red Ranger, I forgot. You learned who he was immediately. Like, he has a story. He has a mission. He's looking for his father. Already, character development within 5 minutes of the show. You already know a lot about these two characters. And they didn't even really focus on Shelby. I learned a lot about Shelby already. Clumsy, cute, but dim-witted little girl who wants to adventure, but she's not ready to be an adventurer. And it's solid. And then you have, like, Sledge, an original villain we haven't had in a while. And a great backstory already. He's looking for power. He's looking for bounty. He's in it for the money. He's not really a villain for Power Ranger. He wants money. And sometimes was that?
Lord Zed.
Yeah, Lord Zed probably. Yeah, I mean he kind of saw it, but his look is a little weird. But I have a feeling that he towards the end he's going to become something greater. Like something's going to happen to him. I feel he's just going to like rip out of that armor. He's going to be a complete monster, and I cannot wait for that. But I like the fact. I was gonna say I like the fact like his backstory. He has all these villains bounty hunted, and he has an army to release. He's like, and then I knew it was gonna happen. I saw it when I was watching it, but he has the idea like, hey, you want to get set free? You fight the Rangers, I'll set you free. And I knew it was gonna happen. That's great. You know, there's backstory with these monsters and him. And I want to say this. Chris and I talked about this, but those meteorites that he had that destroyed the. I want to say they had the Dino Gems from Dino Thunder because Tom Oliver in one episode said that the Dino Gems were created from the asteroids that blew up the dinosaurs. And look what happened. He's looking for rocks. Why is he looking for rocks? It's a little fan fiction, but I want to say the continuity is kind of there. I want to say that he collected those rocks looking for Dino Gems and Inner Gems. It makes sense, and it's a little loopy, but I say it works.
Joe, I totally agree with you. We had that conversation in Austin. And the cool thing, I want to go back to Sledge. The cool thing about that story is, like you said, like there's an incentive to destroy the Rangers, not just like, you know, like I'm a dimwit monster. Just do whatever you say, boss. Like if you want to get out of prison, you destroy the Rangers. And on top of that, I kind of get a Time Force vibe because, like, you know, Rancic had all the prisoners kind of thing, and like he would free them, you know, like he had like an army of like prisoners to fight the Time Force Rangers from the year, you know, 3001, I'm pretty sure. So that's kind of cool. I kind of get that vibe. Like he uses prisoners, remember, and Rancic runs out of them eventually. But I think that's kind of cool. I like that. I like the vibe I get. I get throwback Time Force theme, Time Force story from that. So I like that.
It's good writing.
Yeah, I really dig the whole Dino Thunder thing. Like, it was like when you were talking about, I was thinking like that could work.
It does. I mean, I don't see Saban saying it physically, but I can see it in my own vision that that's what happened. Like, why else would Sledge collect these rocks? They're just rocks. But if they have power in them, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I like how the Energems actually finds the person to be a ranger. Like a person can't just be a ranger. The Energems picks who they want it to be. Like, so that's what I like about that.
Yeah. Though I love that with Professor what's her face.
Name.
So many
Morgan. Isn't it Miss Morgan?
I think so.
Yeah.
Like I think the reason why she hates Shelby is because Pink didn't pick her. I've seen so much. She's mad. She's been hunting for these things forever, and all of a sudden this dim-witted waitress gets a key, or a gem. She's like, whoa. No. I think that's why, and I feel like that may happen later in like future episodes. And she's just gonna miss you. The reason why I give her a hard time is because I want that Energem, and then she gets purple.
It's real life. Sorry, Joey. It's real life, and that's the best part because, like, as you see, like, there's like in work, school, any situation, like, there's people who clash like that. You know, like what, like they chose you, and like it's a girl thing, maybe, I don't know, but that's pretty cool. I think it mirrors real life. People can relate to that, and lo and behold, it's not rocket science, people. Like, you find relatable characters, you're gonna enjoy the show. So, you know, good job, Saban, and yeah, that was interesting.
And speaking of characters, Koda, Yoshi, who plays him, I like him because, you know, he's a huge Power Rangers Super Sentai fan. I think Toei arrived through Super Megaforce, and he actually did the Koryuger dance and morph for him, and that was awesome to see him do that. But he's a nerd. I love that. Like, I follow on Instagram. He's a nerd. He cosplays as Spider-Man all the time. He loves things. Why am I getting notifications for something I'm already doing? But he's a fan, and I like his character. Now, it's a little weird still. I hope they dive a little bit more into what he is, but I don't like that he's, in modern time, he's still speaking like a caveman. They should probably fix that. He's still talking like a caveman. But I like his little story that I guess the Energem made him immortal. I don't know. That he fixed out a little bit. But, again, there's character development each episode for each character. I mean, Black Ranger got one. He got one. Solid.
Yeah, and I kind of try not to think too logical about it because I like to suspend disbelief of Power Rangers, obviously. But I think to myself, how could this guy work in the United States? I guess is where it takes place, right? Like he's working illegally, essentially. So that
Leave it to Chris, our lawyer, to find something like that.
It just bothers me, but I'm over it. But I do like his story. I like how genuine he comes off, like the episode with the little kid, reminding him of his brother. I thought that was hard. Like, who can't relate to a big brother, little brother story? He was really genuine, and that little kid, like, looked to him, and he's trying to learn, like, how current human customs work. Like, when he got freaked out at the sounds of, like, a lawnmower, like, oh, that was super cool. Like, and how to ride a bike. You know, stuff like that's pretty cool. And we'll get into this later because I don't want to keep yapping. But I love how Chase got his energy, but I'll leave it at that. And the rest of the panel can talk about what they think about Koda.
I like Koda because, I mean, he's obviously one of my favorite Rangers because he just, like, the episode, what got me liking him, like, I liked Shelby before. because we liked the same dinosaur, the Triceratops. Well, after I saw him help that little kid and everything, it just changed. I was like, that's something I would do. And I also like it that he self-taught himself martial arts.
Like a Banff. Best Blue Ranger ever already. He taught himself how to fight. Forget you.
Yeah. He didn't take classes. He actually taught himself everything he knows.
It's good. Like I said, and him, I also too, him and the Red Ranger, they're super talented, athletic in real life. Like I follow both their Instagrams, and they're ripped, and they're just flexible, like, and they're energetic, and that's what's cool about it. Like they have personality that I guess like they both on the show and off the show, they seem like the same people. Except for Coda, I mean, he's a caveman, but
yeah, it seems funny seeing Coda on the show and then on Instagram. It's like,
yeah, I mean, they're cool though. They're super athletic, so I feel like they might do their own stunts, but they love being Rangers and they embrace it so well, and that's why I love seeing when cast and crew embrace what they are. I love that so much.
Yeah, and his name's Tyler. It came to my head. His name's Tyler.
That's it. That was it. Yes, Tyler. He was on American Horror Story. I remember that. So you guys, a little fun fact: a Red Ranger was on American Horror Story. So.
Oh, man. So I guess, Joe, I don't know where you want to take this panel, but I guess you can disagree, but let me know. The next question would probably be like our favorite episode and why, maybe?
Of Dino Charge?
Yeah, so far, because we're only 7 episodes in.
Right. Let's see. For me, I can't remember what happened at Green, but the episode where the Black Ranger, Chase, that's his name, Chase. I like him. He had a good episode, like a little interesting backstory that showed how he got his Dino Gem, and it's a good episode, not to multitask or think, He got possessed and he has those crazy looking eyes. I thought it looked cool, but again, I liked these episodes because of character development. I liked his so far. I think did Green get one yet? I can't remember if Green got.
Third episode or second episode. Second episode.
That's right. Yeah, you showed up.
Yeah.
I liked him. It's and it's homage to the Super Sentai version because in Super Sentai he's a swordsman. He was trained by a samurai, so he's really good with the sword. Later on, he gets like this super awesome sword that he uses. But they already homage that in this by he wants a fencer is a little odd. Fencing, being a Power Ranger, I think they picked the wrong choice for swords fighting. But it still works. The fact that it shows what he is. Though, I laughed so hard about that episode. Like he's in the farm, he's just walking around his dog. Fury shows up. He fights Fury. He gets a dino sword. He fights him, and then he doesn't tell his parents at all that there's a giant monster running around in the farm. He goes, "Oh, I'm going to the city to learn about dinosaurs." Oh, by the way, there's a monster running around your backyard. I laugh so hard at that every time I think about it. But I like Chase's episode. Chase is a great character. He's kind of cocky, but it shows how he got his Energem, and I like that, because we didn't know how he got his Energem, and there it is. It was just given to him, but it was chosen in a way.
And to jump off that, my favorite episode is The Tooth Hurts. It's the episode with Chase and Riley, how they're contrasting styles. And I like that one because I'm not trying to do a plug here, but I am in that season. I am the green Dino Charge Ranger. But I like it because I have a lot of similar personality traits to Riley, and sometimes inadvertently kind of judge people that don't plan ahead or don't analyze or don't really strategically do things. And it really taught me, I mean, I kind of know anyways, but it really reminded me, I should say, that people do things differently, and so long as you both go different routes but you get to where you need to be, you can appreciate that. And he's just such a great contrast to Chase, because Chase is chill, relaxed, can't focus too long unless he's on a skateboard, which I think is kind of cool. And Chase is another good character. They're all good characters. Lo and behold, wow, all good characters, and everyone loves it. What a concept, right? So that's my favorite episode because I kind of like the joke. I kind of like the inside joke about the marriage between Sledge and his fiance. How she's always trying to plan for the wedding, and he's always kind of avoiding it. And it's been 2,000 years, or I don't know how many thousand years, but he's been avoiding the marriage situation, and she's trying to get a cake for the event, and he's like, "I'm worried about destroying the Rangers. Screw your cake for our wedding." So that episode was awesome, and I like Riley, I like Chase, and that's my favorite episode so far. And there's going to be so many more amazing episodes. Tomorrow morning is going to be awesome too. So.
Yeah, I actually like what you said there, because, like, what kind of girl is going to stick around for, like, 200,000 years or whatever? That's hilarious, but my favorite episode, probably, I hate to say it, but I was thinking of, I was contemplating on either the Tooth Hurts or the first episode, but I really like the first episode because it kind of shows you, like, a person who gets a power, like the Red Ranger, and that's not a plug at all, but a person that gets the Red Ranger power, he is excited that he, like, stuff, like when he was fighting, he's like, oh, cool, like, he just thought it was amazing to do what he could do and fight how he could fight, and I just found that really amazing about, like, his character, and how, like, it brought him and Shelby to get their powers.
Actually, I'm sorry, James, but I always want to say real quick. That's my favorite thing about this season so far. They accidentally morph. That was the most hilarious thing ever. They didn't have no idea what they were doing. They just hit the trigger, and they're like, okay, what just happened? I love that. It wasn't
like,
set. It wasn't a memory thing. Like, whenever everyone's like, oh, we know what to do. Like, they had no idea what to do, and it just happened. I love that.
Yeah, and they try to run away from it. Sorry, James.
I liked it when they finally morph, and then Chase goes up there and he's like, dude, is that really you, Nick?
I know, right?
That's one I had.
They're good. They're smart. Like, it's funny, cheesy stuff, but again, that's what I like about Power Rangers. It's funny, cheesy. That's what I love about it. It's meant for kids, but I still laugh at the little shenanigans a lot of times. So that's why I laugh at little things like the Miss Morph and oh my God, is that really you in that helmet? Is that you? Are you sure? Like, it's just it's dumb and cheesy, but I like them.
So James, do you want to tell us your favorite episode and why?
Yeah.
I like the. There's a few of them.
All 7.
Not like. It sucks that mid-season is tomorrow. But like the first episode, I like it when they pull off to the side of the road to help the people who was wrecked, and they just like push, and the car just goes flying straight up and explodes, and they're like, "Whoa!"
I laugh. That's another thing. Why did it explode?
me and Joey talked about that, even though they didn't do it. But like, if you want to kill somebody, you have to punch them and make sure it sparks, and then for them to blow up, you have to turn around.
RPM do that.
Because they always turn around, and after they turn around to go to walk away, they blow up. It's like,
RPM did it. There was an episode where the Blue Ranger did that. Like, he didn't turn around and morph. He literally turned around, put he morphed, and then he's like, ha!
That was a strategy. That was like, because his morpher was acting up, and that was awesome.
Oh, that's right. That was an episode. Yeah, his key was all messed up. He put it in backwards.
Yeah, the cell. That was amazing.
So, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that's good stuff. Good, clever story writing.
but I have to say, my favorite one was when Coda helped that boy.
Yeah.
And then the boy ended up teaching him how to ride a bike and everything.
Stop! Why am I getting notifications? It's weird. Oh, because I'm snoozing it. But yeah, again, I mean, that's a good point. I mean, that's a good episode. I mean, Coda need to learn how to ride that Dino Cycle. I think that's what we're calling it. But it's good stuff. It's good original writing, and they focus on the Ranger and the characters.
I just wonder, like, later on the season, if he's going to keep hanging out with that boy, because it kind of reminds him of his younger brother.
That would be nice. I think a couple of Power Rangers, like, every so often you see, like, a side character show up for something. Hopefully they do that, because, again, there'll be more character development. Like, Coda is doing stuff outside of the command center.
That reminds me of Carlos. And
I was actually...
Yeah, that's like one of my favorite in-space episodes.
That's it. You're right, Carlos.
Yeah, everyone's shout out Joey to you. When she saw Morph and she knew he was a Ranger, like that did not take a lot of time to develop, but that was a great story. Like that's amazing.
Okay. And then he finds out like the story behind where like her brother went in space, in space, so he went and got her took her on the Astroglide.
Oh, in space had good episodes. I just rewatched the other one the other day, like when Andros got his, and like the little girl just went boop.
It's my killing, but let's do it.
That was amazing.
He could have blown up.
Okay, hot topic, guys, and I don't mean to moderate this, but I just kind of I'm thinking about it. And Joe, if you disagree, you can change the topic.
No, it's good stuff. Good stuff.
I guess the elephant in the room, so to speak, is I want to go down the panel and see what everyone thinks about Keeper. Because I have good things to say, but I'll see what everyone thinks about Keeper.
Okay, Keeper, I like him. His look, people keep calling him E.T., and I'm like, no, stop that. He's not E.T., all right? Again, an original character. He looks weird, but he's an alien, so he's meant to look weird. So I don't care about his look. He's an alien. Let him look like an alien. Don't make it look like a human, like he's from KO35, which would be cool, but we already have 2 or 3 other human planets, apparently, thanks to Megaforce. But I like his look is interesting. You know, he has an old Mr. Miyagi look to him. He's smart. He's wise. I want to know. Did it explain how he survived the demolition of Earth? Like not yet. Hopefully they explain that because like he embraced the destruction and then he's like, oh hey guys, what's up? They need to show that off. But he's a good mentor so far. He's been around. Like second episode, he went in front of Sledge. And goes, yo, what's up? You're not gonna beat my Rangers. Like he's confident, he's smart. It shows how he got the powers. Like he had the Dino Gems. He's trying to hold on to him. He get into the dinosaurs. It's showing he's much better than Gosei already. Like there's more story behind him in the first episode than it took an entire 2 seasons for Gosei. So I'm like a mentor. I hope that again I just want a little more backstory. Like maybe he talks about the Dino Gems and how he survived. That's all I want to know. It's like maybe the origin of the Dino Gems and what he's been doing for the last 20, 100,000 million years.
Yeah, to jump on that, Joe, I really like Mentor. And for me, like one of the first kind of litmus tests or tests I do in my mind if I like a mentor or not like a mentor is can they talk the talk? I mean, can they walk the walk? Sorry. Can they walk the walk? And Mentor fought Fury. He stepped up to Sledge, so he's not scared to get his hands dirty.
No, that's a good mentor.
Yeah, and I love that because all Gosei did was hang out on the wall. I mean, Zordon kind of did the same, but Zordon was super useful. And not only that, but in the movie, Zordon like almost died, and he was sitting there in the little crystals. So like Zordon gets a pass because if you're not active, like you use your brain to get a lot of stuff done, and Zordon did those things. So Zordon gets a pass in that sense for me. But Keeper walks the walk. I respect that. I just want to mention, let's go down the panel, but the only thing I can't stand about what people say, it looks like E.T. My thing is, if you're our age and you're watching Power Rangers and you're scared because you think of E.T., honestly, it's time to grow up a little bit. Like, and this is coming from people that collect toys, collect figures. Like if you're scared of Keeper and you're our age watching Power Rangers, I think you should question some things that are going on in your life. Because as a little kid, I can understand maybe they haven't even seen E.T., but someone our age should not be turned off by Mentor because he looks like somewhat E.T., like an off-brand. He's a good guy. He's a good character. He doesn't scare people. He's very wise, like Joe said. And get over it and enjoy Mentor because he's original and he's awesome and he can kick butt.
Yeah. I like him too. Like I was gonna make a joke with you guys about E.T. I've never seen E.T. I've always known the little part. I'll always be in here, and I was gonna make that joke, but I won't do it.
I get scared. Okay.
But I love Mentor because of the one episode, I can't remember which one it was, but he was talking to Riley, telling him not everything is what it seems, like not how you train, like that's not how some other people train. Like he really has good advice, and showing that it really shows how Gosei really wasn't a good mentor.
To me, I figured that like Gosei, if you ever got tired of him, you could just go and unplug him.
I wish we could do that. Just go, okay, next.
But Keeper, I don't know. To me, he kind of reminds me of like an alien form of Splinter from Ninja Turtles.
That's a good example.
Good. That's a really good example.
And, I mean, I think he's cool. I mean, he's one of my favorites by far.
I think he's been one of the better mentors since Mentor G. Mentor G from Samurai, a great mentor. And Keeper has that exact feel. Like he's wise, he can fight, but he has all this wisdom to get the Ranger at the same time. That wisdom he knows because he has experience, and same as Mentor G. The episode he put on that armor and said, "Let's go."
Yeah, on his motorcycle, which makes it even cooler.
Right? It was like a good. I love Mentor G. I know Samurai is based off Sentai. I don't remember much about the Japanese Mentor G, but hopefully, there are some differences. But I love Mentor G. It was great. And Keeper is a huge example of mentors. Like, he's up there. I love it. I hope they keep going. But like I said, there's one more backstory. I'm sure they're going to give it to us. But the mid-season, no. That's my next question is, from the clip I saw yesterday, it looks intense. Like, you see Tyler in Fury, where he's fighting. He's like, "Where's my father?" He literally grabs his freaking sword and sticks it into Fury's face. He goes, "You're telling me right now." And then the dino com goes off. He goes, "Oh," and then Fury literally just kicks him in the face and just leaves him for dirt. And I was like, "Oh my gosh!" Like, there's story. Who was his father? Like, I love it.
So what was your question in regard to that?
What are your thoughts and expectations for the mid-season?
I guess just like you said, I'm kind of surprised that they're even stopping at 8 because to me, isn't it 10? Or maybe they'll have a couple of bonus episodes. I have no clue.
That is a little weird.
Yeah, and my thing is, like, I feel kind of spoiled because I don't want something great to end. Like, so that's how I feel. My expectations are it's going to be great because what the first 7 episodes have showed me is that there's a story to be told, there's good writing, so I don't expect anything less. They use every minute effectively. They have, like, they have like 22 to 24 minutes to get a story out, and this season is a great example of how you use every minute effectively. The credits are at the end, while their story's still going on. So I expect great storytelling. I expect a hint at the next Ranger. I'm not saying an appearance, but some sort of hint because they've already got the battery for the newest one in the last episode, or they're looking. Yeah, so I'm expecting like a more about that. Like, there's more Rangers coming, guys, and we all know there is. And I'm just expecting something pretty intense, and I'm freaking excited.
I wonder if, to me, I wonder if Kendall, that was her name, if she's gonna start gonna listen to like Shelby more, since she's the one that came up with the idea to come up with like the Energizer tracking device, or if she's still gonna just be a jerk to her.
I mean, like I said earlier, I think they're going to focus on that. I think the one episode she's going to come up and say, "Yo, the reason why I've been giving her a hard time is because I want that Energem really bad. I want it from you. I'm mad that you got it." But then that episode, she probably going to get the purple Energem.
They're like, "There's more Rangers to come. You can just have one of those."
And I really feel like they're going to go on the route that Kuryoji did, and that she's going to get purple.
Joey, you're saying, Joey?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Like, I thought she would be the purple one, because like I haven't gotten that far in the Japanese footage, but I know there's a girl Purple Ranger, so in my mind that I was thinking she would be the purple one, and I expect that. Like, another thing I was thinking is like with Keeper, I'm wondering because like I can't remember exactly which Ranger, but one of the Rangers is like close to the mentor. So I'm wondering if like maybe like there was a person back there like and like helped save him from the meteor strikes, and he's like maybe one of the Rangers, or she, or.
Ooh, that could be like a story for the Sixth Ranger.
Yeah. Oh, and also, isn't it gonna be like 2 seasons in it? Like, didn't they sign off on 2 seasons?
I hope so.
I swear to God, they better not call it Super Dino Charge. I swear. I will lose all hell. I will go find Saban and just break down his studio door. Like, what did you do? What did you do? Enough with the Super. Enough. Just call season 2. Super Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Super Mighty Morphin
Super Mighty Morphin.
Super Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
Why can't you do that? Sure, give us 2 seasons. That's awesome. Don't give us Super. Super Samurai, I guess, was okay because they got the Super thing, so they wanted to kind of make like a new season. Okay, I understood that. But no more!
I'm honestly hoping if there's 2 seasons, I think you're correct, Joey, and I have to double check, but I'm pretty sure it's 2 seasons.
I mean, is why it's mid-season right now. There has to be.
Yeah, and I hope they incorporate some Go Buster footage. That was the rumor too. So maybe since there's 2 seasons, we'll see some Go Buster stuff. Like, that would be super cool. I mean, I'm a Go Buster mark, so I'm hoping for it, but that's just what I think.
I think cool, like, but Joey and Jersey Joe said like if Kendall ended up being like the Purple Ranger, because it'd be kind of like a little throwback to when Dino Charge, or not Dino Thunder. I always get those two mixed up. Dino Thunder, where Dr. Oliver, he was like helping them out, and then he ended up getting the Dino Gem. Being the Black Ranger, it'd be kind of cool.
Again, they can homage that. I mean, I think the reason why that happened because it was Tommy, and like we can't put Tommy in a season and not have him have a Ranger. So I'm pretty sure the default, okay, instead of bringing a new character, let's make it Tommy. But again, that could be a good throwback. They like,
It'd be a pretty cool feature though.
but again, I'll be cool. Again, but one thing I want to see, and since it's a Dinosaur themed season, and you know, in Dino Thunder thing. There was a couple episodes where Tommy was, going through his old stuff, and you see Mighty Morphin. You see him and the other cats. There's a picture, like he holds a picture. Him and Kira hold a picture of him, Mighty Morphin, with his long ponytail, and make a joke about it. And you see images, like they all saw like the old footage. So that was kind of like the homage of one Dino theory to the next. So they could probably do the same thing with this, like maybe bring Mighty Morphin, like maybe something Mighty Morphin, even something from Dino Thunder, into the season because it's a third dinosaur theme. And Super Sentai did something like they had that episode special where they had our legacy morpher. They used our legacy morpher. So I want to see something like that, like a little mini episode where like Austin St. John shows up and he's like, "Hey, dinosaurs! I can rock dinosaurs." Like even if it's just Dino Thunder, I don't care as long as they do something with one of those two seasons or both. I want to see that.
I think it'd be cool if they're out in the woods and stuff, and they accidentally fall down into the old Dino Thunder hideout.
That would make sense. They're in New Zealand, so.
Joe, did you watch all of the Sentai or no?
Korea?
Yeah.
Not all of it. I haven't watched like the ending yet.
Okay, because I'm kind of curious. As you know, they released batteries for like old seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Was that just powers, or was that the ability to morph? Because I haven't watched that far.
That was a gimmick to sell stuff, kind of like the Ranger keys, and kind of like Kamen Rider has like old Kamen Rider engines. Like if you're for your Force A driver, they have Kabuto and Kiva little drivers to put in there, and they'll say like Kiva. It's just for gimmick, and it's just.
Oh. So like. In the show, they put it in the gun, and it's just like Gal Ranger or something.
Yeah, they never show up in the show. It's just for toy function. It's just a set product.
I was hoping for some footage, but I guess not.
No. They're not going to do that. But again, in Japan, like I said, with your Kamen Rider belt, they made other Kamen Rider drivers with their face on it, and you just put in your driver, it'll say their name. It's just a sell product because they know people will buy old Sentai stuff.
Quick shout out, real quick. Just want to show this.
Power Rangers for Kamen Rider. This is breaking news.
Well, they did it. I mean, Mass Rider was in season 2 of Power Rangers.
I love that episode, by the way. I love that episode.
That was our first attempt in bringing Kamen Rider. That was Kamen Rider Black RX, for you guys who don't know. They tried bringing that over here, and it sort of worked, but at the same time, I guess it failed. I don't know if it ever finished season 1.
I had the henshin for that as a kid, and I want one again, but now they're super expensive. And
I know. I mean, his belt was super simple. It's just a thing.
Two red lights and the gold. Yeah, I had it, man.
I had the figurines. I had the 2 figures for Mass Rider, but they're gone. But again, they could probably do that again if they ever do. I mean, they actually tried. They brought Kamen Rider Ryuki into Dragon Knight, and that did well. But that wasn't Saban approved, so it was a different thing.
I guess the next direction we can go, and you guys can agree to disagree, is like, what do we all think across the panel about the morph?
I love the morph. I think the morph, it does an homage. At the same time, it's still original. We don't have that quirky dance. Even though people love the samba dance, I yell all the time on YouTube, like, dude, just let it be. No, I don't care about samba dance. It took every seriousness away from every cutscene they did with that. But they had it at the same time. Like they did a little spin. They did the way they put it in, flip it. I wish I had mine on me. I would do it. I mean, Chris has his, I'm sure. But it's a good, genuine design. It's original, but at the same time, the Sentai. And I love like it blasts. The Dino Head comes out, circles around, boom, there it is. It's like Loud Force. I love that too. Like I like it. I don't like the whole energized suit thing. I think that was a waste of time. I mean, I get it's supposed to energize, so like they're wearing black suits. Oh, energize! Now we're white. I get the point, but not needed. They could just skip that and just boom, 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 done. Power Ranger.
No, I love it too. I love it too. I have no complaints about it. Jersey Joe, you're right. I do have my Morpher. So that was there you go. Oh, actually, I did it wrong. Mouth goes up. There you go.
Yeah.
So
There we go.
that's the right way. Thank you.
Preview for future episode.
Guys, unleash the power. I love it. Only complaint is I try to suspend disbelief, but you're wearing regular clothes, and then while you're going through the morphing grid, and I'm very particular about the morphing grid stuff, you automatically now have all black spandex or all white spandex, and that looks awkward because they're doing movements, like they're doing movements with the morph, and they're all like in spandex. And for Super Megaforce, I understood when they did that morph because it's part of their suit and their costume, and I thought that was cool. But that's the other thing that kind of throws me off visually because I'm suspending disbelief and I'm watching, and I see the morph and they're in their regular clothes, like they're wearing their color coordinated stuff, and then when they're in the morphing grid sequence, they're all just wearing like spandex, white and black. So that throws me off a bit. It's not part of the suit, but other than that, it's like something that's like 99.9% perfect. So that's how I kind of look at it. I love it. It's awesome. Unleash the power. And if you want to learn how to do the morph, just spin the gun up. That's one part of it, and that's about how it goes. And there's more to it, but that's a little sample. Go ahead, guys.
That one's on Chris, guys. But I love the morph. I don't like the spandex thing either. It's more of just they could have just had him in the civilian clothes and then like have the for the Red Ranger, the T-Rex, to bite down on them and like show the suit coming on. But besides that, the morph is very excellent. Like I'm pretty sure the Blue Ranger of this season actually choreographed it.
Yeah, actually, I meant to say that. Yeah, Yoshi did. Like I said, Yoshi's a huge fan, and he actually knows the original Koryuger Samba dance routine. He actually did it in front of Toei, Toei Animation, and he did have a word in there, and I love that so much. Like, they made it original, it's still a tribute to the Sentai, so I like that it's both serious looking, at the same time it has that Koryuger feel to it.
James, what do you think of it?
I love it. Like, I don't know, but like the Morpher itself, like as the toy, I wish the American version actually added the little trigger guard. I mean,
Yeah, it does suck. And it's like I call that false advertisement because in the show, they morph doing that. No kid can now perform it unless they like super glue a little trigger on there.
I got mine pretty cheap, like, but everybody else is paying like $35.
Yeah.
My Walmart had it for $27, and when I checked out, they thought it was on discount. Like, they thought it was an old toy, so they put on it. They gave it to me for $13.
Wow.
I would buy for that. I don't have any plans on buying the American version yet, but I would for $13. I would have grabbed it. Like, that's a deal for me. Like, I got the Japanese version about a year ago when it was on, like, what they're doing right now with Tokuger. An old Sentai on Amazon Prime will drop. Right now, Tokyo Changer is $16. I'm about to grab me one here like in the next day or two. But they do that, and that's why I got mine for about $26. I grabbed it because I didn't know how the American version was going to look. Even though the American version is solid, it does look good. But if they discount it or make hopefully I wanted to do is make like a 20 key pack, a 20 charger pack, a special promotion morpher. If they do that, I'll probably grab that one instead. But I like the way it looks. I think it's cool that it's our first morpher blaster. Like I think it's our first weapon morpher, right? So far.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I like that. So it's awesome. It looks great. I love the colors to it, and it's a super weapon. I love I play my Japanese one all the time. It's so much fun. Like it's awesome, and I'm excited for it. I think it's one of the superb choices for a morpher. It's better than sunglasses, but. Yeah, we'll see how the American version. If they make a bundle, I will grab the bundle.
I really like the theme song this season.
Oh yeah.
The theme song. I wish I recorded that. When my best friend Brandon did, and he had the same reaction as me when the theme song got leaked online. I was like, oh sweet. So I clicked on it, And I'm watching it, and at first off, I'm like, "Oh, this is nice. No more Go Go Power Rangers. Finally, no more of that same annoying song from Samurai being recorded." So I'm like, "This is good. You know, it's good. Original. It has a verse, a pre-chorus, and a chorus, all relating to the current season. Not just saying go 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 go. Oh, Megaforce, go go go. No, it's good. I'm like, this is great. And then here comes the pre-chorus. It's building up. I'm like, okay, well, what's the chorus going back? And then it went Go Go Power Rangers. I literally started screaming. I was like, no, they didn't. And then I showed my best friend. He started going, no, you were so close. Like we had instant reaction. But in the end, it caught to me. It grew on me. I like it because it's not the same track as we got the last 4 years. Yeah, it's been 4 years, same track. So I'm glad that it's an original piece. I just wish they got rid of Go Go Power Rangers and say that for Mighty Morphin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Mighty Morphin.
And
but that's my only complaint. Is the Go Go needs to go.
I like that word, wordplay. Anyways, my litmus test for a theme is: am I singing it along every time the show comes on? Am I excited about it? And you can bet your bottom dollar I'm singing along to the "In a World Full of Strife." I get into it. I love it.
I mean, it's super catchy.
Yeah, and I enjoy it. I downloaded it on iTunes. So I mean, I downloaded it a while back. It's just fun to listen to. The Go-Go Power Rangers, I can agree, or I can understand where you come from, Joe. What I love about this is that I feel like it's a way to remind kids, like, this is still Power Rangers. Unfortunately, they need reminders like that. But I love how they automatically add something that's unique to it. So it's like, Go-Go Power Rangers, and then don't you ever stop. Like, I think that's awesome. Like, it's a cool contrast of it.
And that's why I give it props that it's not like the other two, that it is still, they still use Go-Go, but it's in a different way compared to when Samurai came out, Super Megaforce, they just took the same exact track and just put Megaforce in there.
Yeah.
It's still original. It's still an original piece.
And I'm weird. Like, I'm in the minority, I think, here, but I love the names. I mean, it's cool they don't use them for this season, but if they did, I would not have been upset. Like Tyler, like, it would not upset me. But I know a lot of people don't like that, but I'm in the minority. I also like the sunglasses, so Jungle Fury, what's up. I'm in the minority of that too, but it's perfect the way it is now. I love it, and it's awesome. So, Joey, what do you think about it?
I really like it. It has a good beat to it. It's something easy to sing to. Something like it's memorable, really, because like there's a whole bunch of Power Rangers songs I like, but there's some that are more catchy, more upbeat, more. I'm trying to think of a really good word to say, but like it's just something that you can just get. Yeah, it's good. It's really good, and it's just very new. I would like to say that, I guess.
Cool.
I have to say it's in one of my top 5s of theme songs. That, Mystic Force, and In Space. Those 3 are in my top 5.
Oh, nice.
I want to do that one day. I've been really wanting to one day just make a video like the top 5 best and top 5 worst theme songs of the Power Rangers. One day I'll do it. I don't know when, but that's been on my mind for a long time. Is to do like a top 5 or a top 10. Top 10 probably easier.
Maybe the next Google Hangout. I mean, that's a conversation topic of its own. But to give a little sample, Lost Galaxy is my number 1. Just musically, it's amazing.
Every time I hear nostalgia, every time I hear this, like the beginning when it goes Power Rangers, like it's just instant nostalgia for me every time. I can never get enough of it.
It's like an opera almost. Like I just
also like Turbo.
Turbo was catchy. Zia was good. Like it was still original, but like the riffs, the guitar riffs they used in that one were more catchy. It was like more upbeat. So like when I heard that, like Zia had a nice upbeat feel to the Mighty Morphin, and that's why I give that one credit compared to Samurai Megaforce, because even though it was the same track, it was upgraded to match Zeo, and it was still original. And it was the same crew, technically the same story, just moving on. That's why I give that one a pass compared to Samurai Megaforce, because first of all, they have no connection whatsoever, and 2, it's literally the same exact track, just with the word Megaforce added to it. That's why I give that one crap, because there's no continuity at all between the 2 seasons. Anyways, so what can we talk about? I guess we have to have a nice little finisher.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, like a good punch, a good punch question that kind
Punch in the throat.
I guess we can. I guess since we're collectors, I guess we can talk about. I guess yeah. The nice final question would be, what do we think about Dino Charge merchandise so far?
right?
I guess that'd be a good send off.
Yeah, go ahead, Joe.
For me, like I guess what they're going to keep the theme is no more lights and electronics in the Megazords anymore. And that's okay because it makes them slightly cheaper. I mean, the Megazord's only $30, and it looks just like a Japanese version, except minus some paint applications. But when I get mine eventually, I'm gonna a huge paint overhaul. I'm gonna paint it. I'm gonna do the whole panel lining weather look that Bruno did with his legendary Megazord. So I think it'll match the Dino Charge Megazord better. So I cannot wait to do that. But the Zords look great. I love that they still have the Dino Chargers still work with the Zords. That's great. You can't put them on all the way. I wish they did that, but again, it's fine because you can still use them and combine them into the ligaments and still have them turned inside. So they're still keeping with that gimmick that the Dino Chargers interact with the Zords. So that's great. Dino Chargers look good. Sure, they're smaller, but they still have the same look and design, and they have 4 little buttons, which is a little unnecessary, but still something. It keeps your mind busy. You can just snap, snap, snap. The Morpher American version, again, it's small but does a job. It looks just like it. It could use a little more paint. Could use a trigger guard, so you can do the morph sequence. That it's a little weird, but again, it does the same things. It has a lot more sound. Somebody, Hassam, I forgot his name, took his apart. He got into it, and there's a bunch of sounds in there, like a lot of sounds programmed. It's kind of like the legendary Morpher. So that's going to be interesting. That's why I will get one eventually. They probably will make some maybe Comic-Con, MorpherCon exclusive Dino Chargers that interact with the Morpher and do like MorpherCon sounds. But so far, the toy line's great. I want to see more. At first, I give gripe to the Dinocom, their belt buckle, because I was like, why does it have licensed sounds? And then the most recent episodes, they use it as a communication. Like, okay, never mind. So I give that one a pass because I guess their belt buckle is a communicator, which is interesting. It works, I guess, but I like that thing too. That's if you're a collector, you can put some Dino Charge in there for collecting, displaying. It's great. I can always see more. I hope we get the purple Zord. In Japan, it was a giant shuttle. I hope we get that because that thing looked good. And if we get the Brachiosword, oh, it's gonna be awesome. I cannot wait for that. But I look forward to this line. It's a lot better. Product is growing. It's still not getting die-cast metal or chrome anymore, but it's still. If you can't buy Japanese stuff, this is still a great alternative. Like me, I can never afford Japanese merchandise. I always go for Bandai America first. But they're doing good. I'm gonna buy the stuff when I get the chance to, and we're reviewing it. But Dino Charge merchandise so far solid.
I kind of agree in that sense. One of the big things I love about it is Saban has resisted the urge, or Bandai has resisted the urge to go back to the quality that like Samurai Toys had and the re-release of MMPR had. I bought them for nostalgia reasons and for being a collector, but I was really disappointed in the quality. And I love the quality that Megaforce and Megaforce was in a small packaging, but I love the quality Super Megaforce had, where the figures, the packaging's huge, it looks really nice. I have the Toys R Us exclusive with all the Dino Charge Rangers with Furry. I have them individually with one with Vivix, one with Furry, and then the team. I love the quality in them, and there's a typo on the names because I guess Riley's name was Quinn before they made a decision to change it to Riley. But other than that, it's pretty cool. So maybe it's a collector's item. I don't know. Like you said so I love the quality of the 5-inch figures. I just love those quality. It's just really good stuff. It makes it look like an actual toy you're willing to pay $8 for. And then the Morpher I love, like Joe said, if you can't afford the Japanese version, definitely should get the American version because it does the job. It came out 100 times better than it originally was rumored to come out because of the gun laws here, the toy gun laws. So I thought it was going to be butchered, but it came out amazing looking. The cells, Joe said, it's kind of clicky with the 4. It's a little distracting in the size, but it's still cool. Like that it has a dinosaur name in the back and stuff like that. So the cells I love, and to go to the belt buckle thing, anything on the screen that we can buy, I'm a big fan of. So the fact that that's a communicator, now I want to go find one. I haven't seen one for a while. I saw one a few months ago back home, but not here in Minnesota. and now I want one because I want the communicator from the season, and I want to put batteries in there. So overall, I'm impressed. Let's see what new Zords come out. Let's see what new figures come out because I want all 10 Rangers when they're eventually released. It should be amazing, and I will continue pouring my money into your company. Good job. So.
I like the Megazord's really nice. I got it. I expect it not. I expect it to be like Super Megaforce quality, but it's really better than Super Megaforce quality in my opinion. And the cells are nice. I kind of actually like the smaller figures, like how the keys were smaller and how they might not be show accurate, but when it comes to displaying them, it's easier to display a smaller thing because you can put a whole bunch more quantity in it. And actually, I'm glad we came back to this because I wanted to say this earlier when we were talking about the Morpher. I can see a commercial now coming out saying, "Hey kids, you want to morph like the Ranger? Buy our new deluxe Morpher." And the only difference is it has the little guard right there. And yeah, I'm actually very impressed with the toy line. I don't own a lot of 5-inch figures. I have Super Megaforce 5-inch figures, but I have seen them. They look great. They have a lot of joints in them, which is good because they're more posable, and that's what I think about it.
I love that the articulation, like I said, the movie ones, they have articulation, so they continue that. So far, awesome. James, what you got?
I like, first of all, the communicator belt buckle thing. My Walmart does have them, so Chris, next time I go, I could pick you up one.
Thank you, buddy. I'll take care of you. Go ahead.
I wished that when my Walmart got the figures, they would have Fury and the other villain.
Vivix, the putty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't have those. They only brought the Rangers out. And they have the Zord, which I want to get. And they have the little, like, sword that you can attach to the Morpher.
Mm-hmm.
They have that there.
Make sure you get the deluxe version. Don't get the small one because there is 2 versions. Make sure you get the one that's deluxe.
The $30 version.
Yeah.
But what I hope I don't see is they do like Super Megaforce and just keep coming out with keys like with the battery cells. That I hope they don't do that just like they did with the Ranger keys because
I think they're going to because
James loosened this.
I think they're going to because in the back of one of the boxes they say collect all the charges and there's like a whole army of them. I know there's at least 20 because there's the 10 Wayne ones and there's these fossil ones, so we're going to get at least 20 accurate Dino Chargers. But I'm sure they're going to make more. They're going to make, like I said, exclusive ones that do different sounds. I would not be surprised if they do the Japanese route and make like a season one. That'd be interesting, but again, they're probably going to do the best to sell this like they did the Ranger keys. They sold the Ranger keys as collectible items. They're probably going to do the same thing with Dino Chargers. They're probably going to see them as a merchandise that collectors want, and they're going to make something that's going to make us want them.
I mean, just think of the Toys R Us exclusive gold Super Megaforce Morpher. They're probably going to have a similar Morpher with like 2 cells that are gold looking.
Exactly. They know that there are collectors now, like more than ever. They know that we are collecting stuff and we want more stuff. They're going to use that as a reason to release more crap that we want. Again, like I said, with like in my gripe with the MMPR pink and yellow packs, they knew they could have put in 1 pack and sell it, but they knew we would buy them anyway, so they made them individual so that we had to buy 2 packs to get 2 keys only. They knew it. They were smart about it. It's Bandai. They're greedy little monkeys. They know how our brains work. They know if it has Power Rangers on the name, we're going to buy it. No matter what it is. If it has 2 things out of 20 we need, we're going to buy it. Because it's got the word exclusive on it. Jerks.
There's one thing that I hope they do make, because I saw somebody have a customized one that they made, and they took the Morpher and made it look like it was fossilized. Now I do hope they do release a version like that.
I did see that. Oh, I think I saw one of that. That was really cool. Yeah, I think it was. I want that. They could do that. I mean, it's technically show accurate, so they could make it and sell it. That could be like instead of the gold version, a fossil version, like Kurt's saying. Instead of giving like an old gold Morpher, a fossil Morpher. Selling it there.
That one I will.
And one thing I would love for them to do, like maybe in the fossilized version, are release the inner gems the way they look, like on their necks, because I want to wear one.
I
Yeah.
do too.
Yes.
I'm hoping to get a hold of them, but I did talk to Plastic Geeks who made them for Bruno. I talked to him. He's still out of stock yet, but if he does, I'm going to try to order a whole lot of them, and I will give them out to all you guys if I get them. Like, if there is
Around my neck every day.
Yeah, and Joe, if you even just talk to him and he has them more in stock to sell, I mean, I'll buy a set from him too. I mean, I'll wear my green one every day, like pretty much.
Now, I'm going to send this later, but I want to see if he has a magnet version like they do in the show. Like, you know, if they make that, sign me up.
Yeah. I love the way they look. I love when they walk in and they just do that and it magnetically goes to like the little charging spot.
Again, I love that because it's 100% original. That wasn't in the Japanese version. They just had these Judenchis. They didn't have these Energem crystals. This is all American stuff, American-made props. That's what I love with the show already. There's good stuff, and they look awesome. They look like they're little, but they have a lot to them.
So everyone, keep a lookout for those because I want to get a set. We all want to get a set, and they're awesome. So.
Yeah, so far as I know, Plastic Geek has plasticgeek.com. If you guys go there, I haven't checked yet, but I don't know if he's still in stock yet or not. But yeah,
I think it'd be a nice gimmick if they made a necklace that had a really strong magnet in it, and you could take the inner gem and just hold it like this, and it just goes straight up onto the necklace.
That would be cool. They didn't. I mean, I don't think they'll do that much, but that would be nice.
No, but, I mean, that would be cool if it was something like that.
All right. But again, if not, somebody can make their own. Like they can buy the Plastic Geeks and make their own. Just put some rare magnets in it, and boom, you got it. I mean, I'll probably do it, but if they don't have it, I'll make my own.
So we have them all with magnets.
Right? That would be so cool. Just make your own little command center.
I want to give you guys an update. Right now I'm on Plastic Geek, and right now they're doing pre-orders for the Dino Gems.
Oh, so they're doing pre-orders. Okay, so that's where they are right now.
And they look
is there a price?
I don't see a price, no. It just says click for shop, and I click on the photo, and it's not even letting me scroll down. Yeah, but I'm going to do more research when we get off, but I want to pre-order some because I want to wear my green one every day. Like,
yeah, I'd buy red and wear it.
Right. I mean, I want to pre-order, but I don't want to pre-order with an unknown price. I don't want to spend like $300 on them.
Record on here, we promise.
I'm thinking for a set it might be like close to 100, but like maybe individually 20.
I could see that because it's a third-party company, so they got to make some money back. So they probably will charge an extra penny for them. But again, for an on-show replica prop, that's about reasonable for when it comes to Power Ranger stuff. I mean, look at like Dragon Dagger, Sabas at the time. They were resin mold by themselves were expensive. So they probably do the same thing here. They'll probably be 15 to 20. But again, that's still a good price.
And I'm sure we'll all update in our videos, like if there's a price and all this other stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, if I get them, I want to get like at least a lot for all of us. If not, I'll send a link so everybody can grab their own.
Yeah.
I definitely want to get a green one for sure. Knowing me, probably green and purple, just because purple's my favorite color in Halo. But I would love
the blue.
Yeah.
Blue.
Red.
I think I want the 5 main, and that would be.
I think, you know what? I was settled with that. I think at this point, like all of them have reasons. Like again, I like Coda, I like Riley. If they have a bundle for a set, I'll grab the whole set and just put them up next to the Megazord.
Yeah, and we found them before Fury and Sledge and the Ranger. So that's kind of cool.
Exactly. I mean, again, they're replica props, and they look really cool. And I think if you put them in a nice little display, like an LED base, they would look good.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
I would go with blue and then that aqua blue because it looks pretty cool.
Oh yeah, because there's a Cyan dude who was American in the Japanese version. He was an American guy with a belly. He was kind of chubby like me. And I love like who do you morph? You see the belly and it just sucks in. I was just like, it's just like, oh my. But he was American. Sometimes he was speaking English. It was funny. It was so cool. But I was like, oh, stereotyping. Speaking of stereotypes, Ninja, those jerks. The new 6th Ranger is a Western cowboy and his morpher is a hamburger.
Mm-hmm. The morpher is a burger. I can't even believe that.
I don't think I'll buy that.
I don't know how it's going to be on the show, but if it's on the show in our version, then I'm going to buy it, but I'm going to regret buying it.
I want to know what the American version is going to be like, if they're going to continue that or not. Like, oh my gosh, like it's stereotyping us. So how are we going to represent it?
Have sushi.
Guys, sushi changer that we never got.
Yeah. Thanks, Antonio.
Well, no, like, that's a hilarious morph. That's probably like the most hilarious morph ever. And Tokuger, the Sixth Ranger, had a weird iPhone morpher. This one beats that.
Hmm. Oh, that iPhone morpher I'm gonna buy because it's like I think $12 on Amazon. That's such a
Yeah, dude. Anything right now, Tokuger, grab, because Tokuger is on sale since it's the passing, since it's at its hiatus and it's done. Amazon Prime always has deals. Like I said, last year when Koryuger was ending, all the Koryuger Morphers and Megazords were on sale. They're doing the same thing right now. The main Toy Changer is $16. The Megazords are about the main one is $50, and then the Jungle Wild Animal one is $40 Prime.
Wow.
So if you guys are into Tokuger or if you guys want to stock up on Super Sentai stuff, now is the time to do it. If you guys are looking forward to Tokuger in America and you guys want the Japanese version, grab them now. Like I said, I'm going to grab Toy Changer. I want to get some more Reshas because I love that theme, is that they can just take any other color and put them on them. I want to grab the Megazord so I can do that. Because if I get this one, I'm not getting the American version probably because I'm just weird like that. But I hope they continue that in the American version. I want that theme where they can that can be their gimmick, like Dino Charge Ranger Keys, Reshas, trains.
I like that name, Resha.
Resha? Yeah, I think it's Japanese for trains. I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah, probably.
Really bad. But again, that's a good theme. That's one of my favorite Sentai. It's right there with Go Andre. It's goofy and hilarious, but that's another talk for another day. I think we discussed all we do. I think we should probably end this before it becomes a marathon of just us talking. But any final words or any send-offs before we go?
I just want to say thanks to everyone who watches this. Thank you to the fam. You all know who you are. And keep watching and let us know what you think. I want to hear what everyone else thinks about this. And I love to hear what's going on. Comment below. And Jersey Joe's going to sign us off. He'll tell you all that good stuff. So thank you.
I want to thank you for letting us on here, letting us do this thing with each other. It's been a long time since we've done a talk or a panel or anything like that, so it's really awesome, and it was a blast.
I want to just say thanks because this was my very first panel ever. And even though Joey had to help me through it, like always, because he's like the computer whiz, that's what I call him the Zordon of the computer world.
After he left ours.
Not the ghost.
And it's been awesome to hang out with you guys.
Well, yes, I want to thank all three of you for doing this. I want to thank Chris for giving us the idea to do a new Ranger Rant, even though the three of us were just talking. Thank you, all three of you guys, for letting me in the family. It's been great since I've joined you guys. It's finally great to talk to James and Joey. Hopefully we talk to Israel next time. You guys are awesome. It makes our Ranger Rants better now that I'm part of the family. I can talk to everybody at once and just Chris and I going at it all the time. So it's really great to have other people to have the same connection with. Like, we both love Power Rangers. Let's talk about Power Rangers. It's great. It's refreshing instead of just talking about football all the time. So I love it. I want to thank you guys so much for being a part of this. I want to thank you guys for letting me be your Samurai Green. I can always do this again. Hopefully next time we get Israel a part of this and maybe even Angel Cancel, and it'll just be a great time. All of us just jabbering. There's still more to talk about. Again, we can talk about our top 5 favorite themes. That could be your next topic there, Joey. Your top 5s. There you go.
Nice.
But again, that's it for you guys. Thank you all for watching. Hit the subscribe button to see more of my videos. I'll put a link in the description down below to everybody on this, including the rest of the family. So if you guys haven't, I highly recommend you subscribe to everybody here. They're great. They always have Power Ranger related videos. All of them are great. Every single one of them has something unique about something. So if you like something, everyone's got something different. That's what I love with the family. Each person is unique in their own videos. And I can't say enough about that. But thanks for watching. Follow me on Twitter. This is Jersey Joe, and signing out.